What's going on, everyone? Welcome to Real Deal Sport. Usual guys are here. Myself, we got Big Walt in the middle, Brother John,
Woo.
other Ian.
Looking like ketchup and mustard.
Definitely. We do though.
Hulk Hogan. I
You
still
know,
don't got. I still don't got a catchphrase from him yet, man. I keep want to go Randy Savage, man.
I
But
keep just say brother, man. That's all he said. Let me
I,
tell you something, brother, and all that. I got a story about that, but there's not the time for it. So, fellas, let's get into it, man. Sue Bird, the one of the WNBA legends, Sue Bird has said she is gonna retire after this WNBA season. Four-time champion, five-time Olympic gold medalist, two-time national champion winner at UConn, and also a fourth. And she also got four FIBA World Cups. She done did it all, bro. She done did it all. Her resume better than most WNBA. I mean WNBA, NBA players.
Mhm.
You know, she's won at every level. You know, what really more can she do? You know, you did everything you set out to accomplish.
Yeah,
What you think?
12
What you think?
record 12 All-Star games, I think. Um hey, this is off topic, but we were talking about going to the Big 3 this weekend in Chicago, and like I was looking at the rosters. Dude, them coaches are like the biggest names in the game, man. Like
Really?
the players are like, no offense to these shot, this is not a shot at the players, but like the players like Ryan Hollins and stuff
Who
like
the
that.
who
Like
the who the
the
play who the
coaches are George Gervin and like Dr. J and like the
Well, they've
coaches,
been there for maybe
bro. But
they
the coaches have more championships than the players have all-star games. Like I'm
you ain't
not
got
lying. Go look,
you ain't
Lisa
got to say all
Leslie,
that, bro.
bro.
Like we understand.
Dude, them coaches are legit, bro. Like it's so you just
Charles
remember that when you
is
said she has
Charles
more.
Oakley still a coach?
Yep, I was saying. So she, when you said she's got more championships, that just reminded me of that. Like them coaches got more championships than the players have All Star games, man. Like it's crazy. Anyway, um, I have a question. Like for me, this is exciting. To see her be able to go out like this and announce it before the season ends.
Mm-hmm.
I, you know, it's debatable who, people can debate all day who deserves a farewell tour and all. But like, I'm just glad she announced it. That way, if teams want to do something for her, they have that opportunity before the end of the season. Because it's always a bummer to find out the end of a season. Like, hey, you know what? I'm hanging it up. Like, whatever. It's like, oh man, wish we could have done something special for you. So I'm glad she's announcing it now, and let's see where it goes from here. I mean, they're second. Obviously, man. Like Las Vegas is a tough team to come out of that conference. So good luck. But they are second in that conference behind only Las Vegas. So it's not like she's retiring on a bad team. I mean, they're still competitive.
True, very true. What you got on it?
Yeah, I'll pretty much nipped everything up in the bud. Great career, like you said, 12-time All Star champion, 4-time WNBA champion. I think she's like third all time on WNBA assist leader, or no, I'm sorry, fourth if I'm not mistaken. But she, like you said, she has a great resume, man. Like she got a better resume than the majority of these NBA players. And not like I said, I'm trying to compare, NBA and WNBA. But you could probably definitely put Sue Bird up there, probably one of the top, maybe top 10, top five players of WNBA league right now. Honestly, like she's put in a hefty career. Like I said, I think this is her 19th year, maybe 20th year. So I mean, like my boy Nico said, hey, that's the Dub Nation up there. If you can pull out the 20 years
Yeah,
and anything though. So I mean, that's like I said, that's a long healthy career. Like I said, she's with a good team right now, the Seattle Storm. And she got her companion Brianna Stewart. So I mean, I feel like Brianna Stewart is probably going to be the future of that team, of course.
why is he shaking his head?
But
What she do to you?
We're not Breonna Stewart fans here. That's all we're
Oh,
saying.
I'm just saying.
No, it's my house. Like
We're just give up a little facts. So hey, I mean,
she's rolled up. She's rolled up. I told my wife, like, we not going to no games she's playing this year because like I can't stand when she comes into Chicago and beats us. Like
I was about to say, she must be giving y'all buckets or something.
I know I'm supposed to believe. I'm supposed to believe in my team.
You gotta say it like that.
I know I'm supposed to believe in my team, and we're gonna beat her no matter what. But like, it's just when she comes here and beats us.
Hey, that just means she be getting busy, man. That's all it is. But I mean, like, that's pretty much going to what I was trying to say. Like, pretty much the Storm are going to be in good hands once she, retires after this year. And just like I said, going to what John was saying, I feel like teams should really give her a farewell tour because, like I said, her career has just been, like I said, her resume is just ridiculous. So, I mean, if anybody deserves to have a farewell tour, most definitely needs to be Sue Bird for sure.
True. All right, gentlemen. Switching gears here. Tyreek Hill, Mr. Cheetah, as he calls himself, claimed Tua Tagovailoa is more accurate than his former quarterback, Patrick Mahomes. We're gonna start with you, Walt. What you think, man? What you think?
Ooh, I'm about to say, is weed legal down there in Miami or something, man? Like, what's going on with him, man? Like,
yeah.
Really? That's a bold ass statement to really say that that is better accuracy than
I'm not going to get into what I got to say. I'm just going to unload the things he said. All right. So you have a premise to go off. Here we go. So he said that he would rather catch. Do you remember the one against the Bills where he caught it like 15 yards deep and took it about 50 more to the house for 75? Like he took it like I don't know. He took it like whatever. I think it was 75 yards, so he probably caught it about 25 deep. Mm-hmm. He said he prefers them balls. He said he don't like the deep ball. He said the Chiefs didn't want to. He said the Chiefs didn't want to pay him what he was worth. They didn't want to pay him Devontae Adams plus money. They said they didn't utilize him the way he wanted to be utilized, and then of course he said Tua is a more accurate passer. This is all said on the It Needed to Be Said podcast. By the way, go check it out. I mean, I'm all for sport. But these are all the things he said. So go ahead, Walt.
Well, I mean, that's a lot to say about it. Your ex quarterback that you just won. Well, I won't say just won a Super Bowl with, maybe like was that a year or two ago. But I mean, I feel like we all agree here that Mahomes is definitely a better, quarterback, accurate quarterback, and I would definitely rather have Mahomes on my team than Tua. But that's just me saying of my eye test, what I've seen from Patrick Mahomes. I haven't really seen too much of Tua because of the fact of his injuries has kind of held him back, since he's been at Bama. So I'm not saying that he don't have that potential to get there, but to actually just say that right now, especially just out of the situation that you just got of, I just feel like that's just Hill just trying to stick up for his quarterback. You know what I'm saying? He's my quarterback, as T.O. would say. So, I mean, he's just saying, I feel like he's just trying to say all the right stuff just to get that chemistry down. So, I really don't think he believes that, but I think he's just trying to say the right things just because of the new organization that he's in with now. So, I guess kudos to you trying to stick up for your quarterback though. But smoking something, bro.
I have a different opinion. I think he was just trying to kick off his podcast. I think he was just trying to say a bunch of stuff to get his podcast out there, to get people like us talking about it. And of course, people
that could be it too.
That's facts. That's facts.
I really do, man. Like honestly, but I want to talk about this later on eventually. But like these athletes keep talking about this new media where we only hype people. We never talk bad about people. But anytime you compare someone, you're automatically putting the other person down. Like that's not you don't just get to say Tua's better and then pretend like you didn't take a shot at the other guy. So I don't know what this like only positive media is. Like I'm all for it. I love it. But like whenever you're comparing two people, you have to, you know what I mean? Like you kind of have to say one player's better than the other. So I love it. He's hyping his guy. He's getting people excited about Miami football. Like, Miami fans, they have something to be excited about this year. They really should. Statistically, Tua had a better accuracy rating than Mahomes last year by like 1.5 points, like 1.5%. Also, Tua was second in the league, or he was second most second least in the league in passes past 25 yards. So like, it's a lot easier to be accurate when you're Chad Pennington throwing 15-yard balls all day. But the second you got to start putting them balls out there, it's the different story. So we'll see, man. I'm excited because Tua finally has that guy now that he can throw, But also, if Tyreek Hill thinks that they're not going to utilize him as a deep ball receiver, I don't like. They're definitely going to. Miami's not just going to be like, oh, you don't like deep balls? All right, fine. We won't throw him none. Like, no, he's going to be a deep ball receiver still. And but hey, if he wants to go between the numbers, I'd like to see that too, man. I'd like, but.
I don't see Tyreek Hill going up the middle.
Hey, I'm just saying if that's what he wants, I want to see it. I want to see it. But listen, I also want to see him have a long career too. So,
right.
I don't want to see it too much. But man, I mean, he led the team in catches. He led the team in targets. He led the team in touchdowns. Like, what more did he need to be utilized? Like, so I'm not sure exactly, but I like it from a perspective of, hey, he's bringing interest to his show. He's not just coming out and saying like generic statements and whatever. But at the same time, do I agree with it? No, but that's beside the point. Like, it doesn't really matter if I agree with it or not. We'll see. I still think Miami's going to be great this year, and so is Tua. I'm excited to see what they can do.
They look good on paper, but they gotta back that. They gotta back it up.
They look good in OTAs. But we'll see.
We got to see what they look like in that regular season.
I agree with Walt. Well, both of you really. I think he's just doing it for rating. Because it's like, why do you feel this way all of a sudden? That you're going.
Well, hang on, because I did say I thought there was something off about the fact that he wasn't in any of Pat Mahomes' wedding pictures, and then stuff like that. I called this
but I mean, you can be a bad person, but
before there ever trade talks or anything.
True, but it's like, why? Like, it's almost like everything is pointed at Pat. Every time he praises to it, it's like you got to put down Pat. It's like, bro, just take.
I feel like they just giving Pat more ammunition right now. Like, you,
because it was. Yeah, it was his show. It's not like he went on a show and people asked him these questions. This was his show. He volunteered all this information.
But that's what I'm saying. Why? Yeah, right. You're just coming for Pat. Pat ain't even, I can see if Pat was like, shoot, we're a lot better now that he gone or something. Pat been in his own world and you just blast him, my man, at every waking moment. But, I hope he can keep that production because, one thing is about the NFL, I've never played, but when you don't produce the same like you used to, they start trying to take money out your pocket. So, I hope Tyreek can have that same production he had in Kansas City. I hope Tua is accurate for him.
I wonder, do they play each other this year?
I think that's where that keep looking it up, Walt, but that's where that what do you call it? That guaranteed Deshaun Watson money comes in, right? Because you might have signed for $200 million, but when it says $80 million guaranteed, right. It's a big difference, because after 2-3 years, they're like, oh, we don't need you no more.
Right, or you're not producing like we thought you would. So
no, they don't play each other this year.
We're gonna cut you. Shoot, he got to worry about playing Buffalo twice, New England twice. Even a tough Jets defense twice, because the thing is, you went to a situation to where you don't know if your quarterback can stay healthy. Like, you're doing all this praising, but Tua take the wrong hit, he can be out for the year.
One of the things I took from his statement about I want to catch it 15 and run 50 with it was almost like I want to take the credit. This is kind of a shot I'm firing at him, and this is I'm reading into his statement, but it's almost like saying I want my quarterback to not get any credit for it. You know what I mean? Like, he pitched it to me and then I did the rest, kind of thing. And by the way, that's every receiver's dream, right? But listen, being able to catch that, right? Because you get that Hail Mary, it's like, oh, Russell Wilson threw this Hail Mary. It's like, okay, but I caught it though. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and so a lot of times quarterback gets credit for that kind of stuff. So I understand receivers, like they do, right? The ideal is the quarterback gets no credit. You know what I mean? He handed it to me and I did all the rest kind of attitude. But but at the same time, so that's a receiver thing. We want all the credit, but at the same time, man, I want them deep balls too, man. Those are fun to catch.
But I do think he needs to relax because he might be the next Debo Samuel. Oh, you don't want to run go routes? Cool. We're gonna have him on jet sweeps the whole.
That would be crazy to see, though.
I mean, like he says, he also said it wasn't about the money. Twice in his podcast, he said it wasn't about the money, but his agent said every time, no, it was definitely about the money. Like we wanted the most money. That's why we went to Miami.
That's when you and your agent aren't on the same page.
I was about to say, how can you say it's not about the money, but you just said that the Chiefs wouldn't pay you the money that you was worth, though? Like that makes no sense to me.
The Chiefs offered him Devontae Adams money, and his agent came back with, that's the floor. We want more than Devontae Adams. And they said, well, at that point, then trade talks began. But like I went back and looked because now Devontae Adams had more catches than him. I went back and looked. Devontae Adams had 166 catches or targets, 166 targets, 4 drops. Cooper Kupp had 189 targets, 7 drops. Tyreek Hill had 155 targets, 10 drops. So like he wants like
you said Devontae Adams had how many and only 4 drops?
166 targets, 4 drops.
That is insane.
Cooper Kupp had 189 targets, only 7 drops. Hill had 10 drops on 155 targets. So he had a drop every 15 targets. Now, listen, that's not a shot at him. He's still, whatever. We know what he is. He's a smaller guy. He's got smaller hands. That whatever. But at the same time, like, if you're a quarterback, sometimes you want that bigger target, depending on who you are. Now, if you're an accurate passer like Tua is, then, yeah, you can hit Tyreek in the numbers and you'll be fine. But listen, the second you start going to go deep a lot, your accuracy is going to come down a lot. So that's what I'm waiting to see. I think Tua is going to be great, though.
Hey, if I'm McDaniels, I'm like, all right, you want to run all right, we're going to put you run a bunch of quick slant.
But you know what? It kind of I won't say this is like it kind of makes sense, but this is like I'm guessing my theory of why they didn't re-sign him on because of. I mean, I won't say I can't. Me personally, I don't think he's in the same category as Devontae Adams. I'm just saying, but at the end of the day, I mean, he was the Chiefs probably one of their most uses, I should say, on the offense. But I mean, they did have a lot more other weapons, I should say, on offense other than just Tyreek. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I felt like the only reason they didn't pay him that Devontae Adams money is because they felt like they had to spread out that money a little bit more because I mean they didn't even re-sign a Honey Badger, so I mean they let a lot go, in my opinion. So hey, it is what it is. Hey, if you want to bring them ratings up to a show, I ain't mad at you. Go support this podcast. And hey,
go check out his podcast. I love the name too. It needed to be said. That's a great name.
I do like that. That is pretty dope, though. That is pretty dope.
I think you just need to relax
and then come back and watch us. All right.
No, watch us first, then watch him.
We're saying finish this one. Go watch his.
We need our money before he needs his. We need our views before he needs his.
I mean, no type of more people.
All right, Nico. What else is going on tonight?
Game 6, guys. It's happening within the next couple minutes. Who do you have, and who is your X factor?
I'll go. Well, I feel like, of course, the clear answer tonight is Boston. I mean, we all know if the Warriors win tonight, then that's more stuff that I got to hear about this Stephen Curry being better than LeBron situation. But that's another topic for another day. No, don't do that, John. Don't do that. But
I didn't know that was a thing. People,
man, look, I've been seeing that all over Facebook for like the last 2 days.
He's better right now or all time?
If he wins, they said if he wins his fourth MVP, his fourth title tonight, that he will be better than LeBron James.
All time?
Just, I guess, playoff. Just, I guess, all time, yes.
Wait, what?
With one finals MVP, he's going to be better. Okay, all right.
Look, that's not me saying it.
I know. I'm just saying.
This is just what I'm reading.
You people go watch a show.
You got to put that disclaimer in there. Ooh. Like, before you say it and after. Because when you said it, I'm like, damn, dog, you just going to Do your boy LeBron like that?
No. I said no. This is what I seen on Facebook. This is just,
Oh, okay.
you know what I'm saying. Me, come on now.
I'm like,
If
you
I'm
ain't
already,
right.
I'm about to say that's a topic for another day. But I'm just saying this is just what I've been reading on, social media and stuff these last couple of days. So, like I said, of course, the obvious answer is, of course, is Boston. I do feel like Boston is gonna take it tonight. Being at home, what I'm saying, they're gonna try to perform in front of that crowd. And of course, like I said, they don't want to go. They don't want Golden State to win it on their home court. So I definitely feel like going back to what I was saying about Game 5 with the others are gonna probably step up a little bit more tonight with them being at home. I feel like the Horfords, the Marcus Smarts, the Whites, the Williams, both Williamsons, I should say. I feel like they're gonna have some type of impact on the game tonight to help out Tatum and Brown to get the dub tonight. So it'll be a Game 7 going into, I want to say, either it's that Saturday or Sunday. Because I'll be honest with you, I don't want basketball to end tonight, man. I don't, because we ain't gonna really have too much to watch. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect to the WNBA and stuff, but we ain't gonna have too much to watch no more. So I don't want it to end tonight. I hope it does. I know it's gonna go Game 7. So don't Boston, please don't disappoint me tonight, please.
Go ahead, John.
I'm still gonna stick with Warriors by a hair, but I think I think that Jalen and Tatum need to do more. Actually, I feel like their bench has not been all-time greatest bench or not like that, but I feel like their bench has done enough in many of these games to have won the games, and Tatum and Brown didn't do enough.
That's fair.
And I'm not asking for 35 each, but I mean, come on, man. We need 30 and 20. I feel like these two should be combined for 55 every night. And like when I'm getting 25 and 18 from them, that's not your bench. Derek White can have 17 and you still lose by 10, or it's just not going to get it done. Now, sure, the bench could do a little more. Obviously, everyone could always do more, but I think Tatum and Brown need to leave everything on and I think they will. I think they're going to leave everything on the line tonight, and I think the Warriors are just going to be a slight bit too much for them. But only because of one thing. Because my real key to the game, and I've been saying it's Draymond for 5 games now, but it's finally Game 6. It's Klay Thompson. Klay Thompson, key to the game. I'm sorry, man. Klay Thompson, Game 6. I just don't bet against the guy. It's also time that he had a game. You know what I mean? The fact that
game.
He been all right. Wiggins is higher in the MVP voting than ratings than he is right now. So,
but
Wiggins should be though. Like, let's be honest.
Right, I agree. So Klay needs that game to be like, yeah, I'm the clear cut still second best player on this team. And I think this is it, man. I think Klay is gonna the difference that Klay is gonna make is just gonna be the difference that makes it too much for Boston tonight. But yeah, man, I think the stars are going to show up tonight, and that's all we ask. I love Wiggins going off for 26. I love Derek White having 18. I love Horford dropping 20 or whatever. All that's all great, man. But, I want to see Klay, Steph, Tatum, and Brown just combine for, 100 to 120 points tonight. So just the 4 of them. I just want to see an all-time great Game 6, and no matter who wins or loses, just even if Boston goes home, just put it all on the line from the greats, and that's all I want to see.
So, okay, quick question for you there.
They technically already at home.
Yeah, that's true.
I get it.
That's true. But so quick question, real quick. So, if Klay have a good game tonight, who will be your Finals MVP then? If the Warriors win,
Steph. He's averaging 31. He's averaging 31 points a game, through the first 5. I think Wiggins is second behind him with 18. Good luck catching him.
So what if Wiggins has a good game then? Do you think he would deserve it?
Well, he would need about 100 points tonight to catch up to Steph. So no, no, it's clear cut. Steph could have 0 points, and Wiggins could have about 50, and he still wouldn't catch Steph. So no, it's Steph for sure. He's the MVP just off those first 4 games. And by the way, one last thing. the magnetization, whatever the word is, the magnetization that Steph has, where he pulls defenders to him. And no, there's not a shot at Wiggins at all, but it's the reason Wiggins is able to go off for 26. You know what I mean? Like Steph is drawing so much defense that it enables other guys to be successful. And so, I know it's Steph for sure. It's clear cut Steph.
I say that definitely comes with territory of being a superstar, though. Like if you, especially like when you're one of the best shooters in the league, that just comes with the territory that you're gonna draw a lot of attention. So
I agree, but if Wiggins was getting double teamed last night, Steph would probably have 45 every night. Like, you know what I mean? Like if Steph never saw a double team and sometimes never saw defense at all because his guy was off guarding someone else, Steph would drop about 40 points a night. So no, it's definitely Steph for me.
All right, guys. Last one, and then we're gone. I got Boston by 7. The X factors are Pritchard and White. I feel like they're gonna have great games tonight. I think they're gonna come with it, and I think pretty much the whole Boston team is gonna have a sense of urgency. They're gonna control their turnovers. I think it's a stat like when they get 16 or lower, 16 or fewer, they win. 16 or more, they lose. So just control your turnovers, and you win the game.
yeah, that's a big key for sure for Boston. They definitely got to control the turnovers because you can't turn the ball over against Golden State, man. They gonna capitalize every time if it's a quick fast break layup or if it's gonna be a quick pop three from either Curry or Clay. So you definitely don't want to give away points when it comes to turning the ball over. So that's definitely gonna be a big key. It's keeping the turnover down for sure. So that was definitely a good point bringing up.
All right, well, take us out.
Oh, I thought
We ain't doing no play-by-play.
Huh?
We ain't doing play-by-play tonight.
Oh, are we?
I thought we was.
Oh snap! We in that realm now. Oh snap!
Y'all thought I was playing. Look, I told you the wife ain't on my back tonight. You feel?
We got money like that?
A little bit. No, I'm just swearing. You gotta fake it till you make it. I mean, just something new. You know what I'm saying? It could be like maybe like 45 minutes. You know what I'm saying?
Bad. Lord, don't take us out.
No, we ain't going nowhere. We're gonna give y'all maybe a quick little 5 minutes of these play-by-play of the game, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Something new. We trying something new. So fuck it. Here you go. Starting at game 6. Excuse my language.
And we can talk about other things too while we're watching it. Like, so because I actually want to talk about the Steph Curry, his 3-point streak coming to an end, and not about it coming to an end, but how great that record was, like how insane of a record that was. Did you guys? Obviously, we saw him go 0 for 9 the other night in game 5.
But it was crazy though. Like he didn't hit one. I was like, wow.
That's that Marcus Smart defense.
But it had to happen eventually. We lost Nico. But it had to happen eventually. But still, man, like how great of a record was that? Like it's just, it's incredible.
To have 133 games with at least 1 3, and then
in the playoffs. That's just playoffs.
Yeah, that's crazy. And then, I mean, like I said, that just goes to show you just where the game is going now. Nowadays, how much he has changed the game. Honestly,
oh my goodness,
with the 3-point shot. So it's just crazy. Instead of people going to take a driving layup, they just want to stop and pop at the 3. So I mean, I guess 3 is better than 2. So.
And that's the thing is like when people talk about like guys who change the game, like Shaq and Steph, like these guys didn't actually change the game. It's like other people tried to replicate what they did and they never were able to. You know what I mean? Like these guys, they didn't change the game. They just made everyone else's game change to fit theirs when they were on the court. But like we've yet to see someone who can do what Steph does. We've yet to see someone who can do what Shaq ever did. Like obviously Boston starts out with a scoring. They're up 2-0 already. Yeah. But yeah, man, like that's what's great about it is like we always say they change the game and it makes it sound like, oh, everyone's just chucking up threes and chucking up 12 threes a game. This dude is throwing up 12 threes a game in the finals. He's averaging 12 threes a game and he's shooting like 42%. Even after going 0 for 9, he's shooting 42%. Like that is crazy. Like if because Wiggins is shooting about 26% in the finals from the three, and we're not talking about his 3-point shooting, but that's how great Steph is. He can go 0 for 9, and he's still shooting about 17% higher than the next guy.
But yeah, that's the thing though. I mean, him going 0 for 9 last game. I mean, I don't see Steph going 0 for 9 again tonight. So that's kind of another scary thing. With Steph having that bad game, he usually comes back, with a vengeance the next game. So that could also be key tonight as well, just to see how Steph is going to play. After coming off that, 0 for 9 shooting start. Even though I think he still had like 13 or 14 points, if I'm not mistaken. But.
Yeah, it's 16. And now we got Boston up 4-2 now.
16. My fault. Well, my team.
I think Steph missed a couple tough ones, and then he took a couple deep ones, and then next thing you know, he was 0 for 6. And then I think the last 3 or 4, he just forced them. He was trying so hard to not go 0 for, whatever, and then he kind of forced them last 3, but. It was still, man. The record is insane.
That Marcus Smart. You playing? I like how they starting off with Marcus Smart in the post against Steph, man. I like that. I feel like Marcus Smart in the post is good pass.
Marcus Smart.
They coming out hot. They coming out hot. They coming out hot. Jaylen Brown knocking out his first 2.
You're hold the hell up already. Hold up.
We need a quick timeout, coach. But I like what Boston is doing right now, though. They look like they're trying to go inside the post to Smart to try to draw that little double team or whatever. Because let's be honest, Curry really can't stick with Marcus Smart in the post because Marcus Smart got that grown man strength when it comes in the post, man. So I like what they're doing so far with that. I definitely do.
Steve Kerr, hold the hell up. Hold on. Y'all tripping.
You like, hey, we got to calm this crowd down already.
Do you think I want to play in another game 7?
They like, all right, look, I bet you look. Right. I guarantee they're gonna probably they're gonna try to come out with a screenplay for Clay coming out this time out. It's either gonna be a screenplay to Clay or a screenplay to
12-2.
Every time out, they always try to come out with that, man. That's that scouting, man. I'm trying to be a scout someday, man. So if y'all looking for a scout, let me know.
That is a tough business, man.
It is. It definitely is.
Well, every time they talk about the guy who found Allen Iverson or the guy who found this guy, the guy who then you'll look at the other 50 people he found, and it's like, dude, we spent so much money on terrible players. And it's you just get lucky sometimes, man. Let's just be honest. It's a tough. If the guy who finds 5 great players, dude, he's gonna be you got to go to the Hall of Fame as a scout or something. You know what I mean?
But just imagine those guys who, for the Dukes and the North Carolinas, who keep just scouting out these high school players. I know that's a different ball game,
but those guys they also get scouted by other teams too, and they're all nah, we're all going to play for Duke. You know what I mean?
That's true. That's
everyone goes to play for Alabama and Duke, and the guy who was the idiot who was oh, we don't need Joe Burrow, that guy, he needs to be fired. You know what I mean, Nico?
You talk about O State. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, that was a little bad move on O State though, for real. But that's just that's somebody probably not doing their job.
Well, you can't say that either.
I'm kidding. I'm messing with that one.
Look at a lot of quarterbacks like Tom Brady. Would Tom Brady be what Tom Brady is if he didn't get the proper coaching in New England first?
Maybe not.
Think of Tom would have came here. He might not have been Tom Brady. He might have just been another quarterback.
We can say that for a lot of things. That's just saying if LeBron had Phil Jackson or somebody, or would he had more titles?
Let's be honest. I think he would.
And let's be honest, LeBron has never really had a solid coach in his whole career.
Because this is one thing we can all agree on. His greatest coach that he's ever had is Eric Spoelstra.
And I actually do think that's a really good coach, though. I think Eric Spoelstra is.
But that's what I'm saying.
Credit for.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, but Eric Spoelstra he's still not like a Phil Jackson or a Popovich though. Like what I'm saying, and that's no shade on Spoelstra, but I'm just saying like,
That
but just
no, but you're right though.
when it
No,
comes to
yeah,
all
yeah,
the
right.
groups, when like I said, the Kobe's and the Jordans, like I said, they both had Phil Jackson or they had somebody, some type of
But
minded coach.
but Phil Jackson also had them too. You know what I mean?
Okay,
Like we talk about Phil Jackson as if he didn't have Kobe and Michael Jordan. You know what I mean? Like Eric Spoelstra had LeBron for 4 years and went to 4 straight finals. So
that's facts.
Well,
like yeah, the fact he's been back to 2 Western Conference finals since then is quite amazing, actually. But yeah, I agree. Like we're not saying he is the great.
What did I say? I called it. I freaking called it. They ran a screenplay to Clay, but he missed though. But I knew they was gonna run a screenplay for a 3 though. Like they always do that out of a timeout.
My
Bro.
guy Clay got to hit these, man. He's gonna.
Every time. Oh, that's another foul on Curry. Is that 2?
But hey, Nico,
Yeah.
I'm glad you brought up Brady because talk about scouting, man. Like Belichick gets way too much credit for drafting Brady in the 6th round. Like way too much. Like if he was that genius, name the next great offensive player he drafted. Like he's been great at drafting defensive players, but like name the next great offensive player we've ever seen in draft. That like was under the radar.
Gronk.
Gronk was under the radar.
Because he had a lot of injuries coming out of college.
Yeah, but every great tight end was under the radar, kind of. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we weren't
No, but
talking about.
they didn't think Gronk would last because of his injuries.
Right, but as I'm saying, like, we weren't talking about
early,
like any of these tight ends coming out, But Gronk was one of the few tight ends who actually played tight end his whole career, like high school, college, pro. Like most other tight ends were wide receivers or quarterbacks or safeties, and they switched them to tight end. So like Gronk was like someone who we knew could play tight end coming out of college.
We need to bounce past that. Good foul. That was
Who else?
That was a good foul.
Aaron Hernandez before he, did what he did.
Man, I couldn't imagine that duo, man. If he would have been able to lead the streets alone, man, that duo between him and Mike would have been.
What was crazy though?
Nasty.
Remember, like when Delaney Walker was in like San Fran, and he did everything, like running back, tight end.
Yeah, fullback. He played fullback.
Yeah, that he was. Aaron Hernandez was pretty much Delaney Walker. Aaron Hernandez did the same thing in New England. He played a little bit of everything.
That game was weird, man, because they were so inside out. Like they ran 2 tight ends and 2 slot receivers, while the rest of the league was still running like 2 wideouts as their main options, and they still ran up like almost 5,000 yards and like 40 something touchdowns. I forget what they had that year, but they torched the league with tight ends and slot receivers. How about changing the game? Like
and a quarterback that wasn't mobile.
Well, I mean, yeah, but we're not. No one's debating Brady's been protected. Brady's been protected. It's like when Alabama receivers or quarterbacks hit the NFL. And like, oh, you mean all blocking ain't that good? Like, we just thought we could stand back there behind that Alabama line. Right. It's a different story when you hit the NFL.
Look at what's his face?
Play again.
Shoot, look at Tua. I think Tua is one hit he don't see coming away from like being like hurt.
Oh, get busy then, Tatum. Oh, Tatum trying to get busy.
Is your TV fast?
Well,
what a foul!
So far, it ain't been the game I predicted. That's all I'm saying.
I'm about to say I ain't gonna lie. Steve Kerr kind of being risky with Clay out there with 2 fouls right now. Still, oh, is White hurt?
Oh no!
Oh no, he good. He limping a little bit, but
my ankle.
Grown man move. It's foul on the ground though.
Hey, is it just me or do it look like Al Horford got on some Monarchs?
Yeah.
Al Horford hooping in Monarchs.
Al Horford just like, I don't give a damn what I hoop in, man. I just want to
Give me
win.
them
My
shits.
first
The
title.
Monarchs?
You said I just want to win my first title,
Look
man.
at them. Don't they look like some Monarchs?
A little bit. A little bit.
Man,
That boy, he
Oh,
don't
I had on dad shoes.
hey, he like Nelly in Longest Yard, man. He don't care, man.
Hey,
He just
you
want to
see-
win that
hey,
championship.
that's hella petty.
Yeah.
I just love the game. Like, no, you need the proper shoes for
Oh yeah, let Draymond keep shooting all day. I'm about to
it.
say, did Mooney tip that? That should have been backcourt, I thought.
Hey, John, what would you do if somebody came to the court in some Monarchs?
Hey,
hey
the
man, we've
defense.
seen guys come to the court in like Vans before, like skate shoes, and I'm
Yeah,
like, what?
they trying to break an ankle.
I'm like, yeah, you ain't getting picked up right away. That's all I'm saying. You could be the best player. You know, what I mean, you show up in Vans, people
Look
are
at
like,
Boston, one turnover. Why you
Yeah.
can't do this on a regular basis?
But you know, the only thing, you know what the Boston. Oh wait, damn, Clay, good shot. I'm about to say Clay keeping them in the game right now. Honestly, with the 2 fouls, they need to attack Clay Thompson right now with the 2 fouls. But I don't understand that. Hey, look, but y'all see that Curry, Steve Kerr just switched up that defensive matchup between Curry and Marcus Smart already. Though he put Clay on Marcus Smart.
Yeah, I saw that.
yeah, Marcus Smart like has been really great for the Celtics, but it still has that feel like he could almost play shooting guard, and they still kind of need a point guard. But I mean, hey, if they can get it done in 7, then everything we've ever said about him playing point guard.
No, don't say we, because I said that he was actually an okay point guard. That was between you
No,
and me.
I said he was okay. He's not a true point, but I think he's doing whatever they need. But you know, as point guard. But I mean, there are times when like he was talking about when they have high turnovers that you could be like a real point guard might be able to slow this down, keep the pace. You know,
I mean, but listen, I
without
hate to say
all the
it.
turnovers.
I hate. Ooh, good move. I hate to say it. Ooh, good. Oh, you got to finish that. I hate to say it though, but I mean, the majority of their turnovers has come from Tatum. From Tatum, though, I think Tatum is leading the postseason in turnovers right now. I think he surpassed LeBron for all time. I hate that. I don't even mean to throw my boy out there like that, but yeah. But LeBron, I think he led the league. Well, I forgot what year that was when he led the postseason in turnovers per game. Well, turnovers total, I should say.
I was gonna say that's only because James Harden ain't made it that deep yet.
Yeah. Oh, and I think I had a correction too from earlier. I think I said that Sue Bird was 4th all time. I think she's all time leader in assists. I think I said she was 4th all time, but I think they just said that she was all time leader in assists.
Dang, that game won't start till 8 o'clock Sunday. Well, I figured it would.
I mean, it's better than 9, I guess, on a Sunday. They ain't got to.
It's late.
No, you couldn't even play that late.
No, I guess technically that's what.
Well, I guess
the game
California.
come on at 7 for y'all.
Well, why don't they do it like around Super Bowl time, like that 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock window? Like, why is it so late with basketball, man?
I don't know.
Oh, I think Walt froze.
Well, you got to
Oh,
think they on the West Coast. They're on the West Coast.
Yeah, but the Super Bowl was in LA. They still had it at like 6.
You got to think that's 4 LA time.
Oh, I just had a black screen, so I didn't even hear nothing y'all just said, to be honest with you.
Yeah, you went fuzzy for a second. You look like Bigfoot. You all blurry. You notice ever since we got good cameras, ain't no one got a picture of Bigfoot since. Somehow everybody in the 80s was getting pictures of him on them old cameras, they all blurry. And ever since, we ain't got a single picture of him. No excuses, all these clear phones now.
It is like shit. We got too much high techy stuff out here now, so I guess Bigfoot don't exist no more.
Yeah.
And I ain't gonna lie, he made Udoka look like he got hands. Like he looked like he that coach that'll fight you. Like coach, he'll be talking to you, be like, "Hey, coach, shut up, talking to me." He look like he's the type of coach that would like, you want to go there like right now?
Like you want to go outside to the parking lot?
Right. Like you want them hands like right now?
Yeah, they got this saying at my job. It's like you want to go to Kmart, the old Kmart parking lot.
Oh, I looked up Kmart the other day. There's still like 2 of them in the United States. I
Really?
thought, like, yeah, like there's like one in like New York and one in like I don't know, whatever, something. But yeah, I'm like, why? Just
Cool.
like, why not just call it? Like, you know what I mean? Just why not? They should have just sold to like Target or Walmart like years ago when they still had something.
Yeah, that's tough. You know, they still got like a Blockbuster around too in Canada. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I don't know about Canada.
What you got against Canada, man?
I don't know about Canada.
Hey.
That's all I'm saying.
Oh wow, that was a flop for sure. Floppity flop flop. Marcus Smart. That boy love the flop, man.
Hey man, where does Wiggins go from here, man? The Warriors re-sign him?
I'm about to say he ain't got no choice. I feel like he fits their system though. Like I really feel like he can't really go nowhere. Oh, he just lost the ball. I feel like he can't go nowhere else and do this without nowhere else. I should say he fits in their system. I should say so. They have to.
If he left, he would be just as crazy as Kevin Durant.
That's who?
For sure.
Oh,
but they're also paying him like $33 million a year.
As a number one pick, you should be making that.
I'm just saying, like, as your 4th best player, that's a lot of money.
He's definitely a third option.
Definitely.
Second.
I actually have a question about that, because do you feel like they're giving him the reins in this series instead of Jordan Poole because they kind of believe, like, Jordan's young and he's got plenty of time to do this again?
Well, I think with Jordan, he's inexperienced and he's very
but
OC at times.
But look at his numbers; they're insane. When he's on the floor, his numbers are crazy.
But you cannot, like we just said about Wiggins, they're both products of the system. Could he go to another team and be the best number 1 or number 2 for them?
Well, I will say Jordan Poole is doing it when Steph and Clay aren't on the court. So he is doing this as the number 1 option on the court when he's out there. Whereas Wiggins is most times third option on the court when he's out there. So it's tough to say, but I kind of feel like they're giving it to Wiggins, and he deserves it. I'm not saying he doesn't, but they're giving it to Wiggins over Poole because I feel like they want Wiggins to win this ring as part. You know what I mean? I would think they want him to be the reason they win this ring, like part of the reason, because no one wants that ring when you were sitting on the bench. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, as a young player, sure, but like as a veteran, like he is now, you don't want that ring sitting on the bench. So I think they're just kind of giving it to him, letting him play because, the ring is going to mean more if he wins it this way. But that's an opinion. I mean, obviously, I think that, Steve Kerr's not an idiot. He's not going to play, he's going to play the best player too. But I don't know. I kind of feel like they're picking him. I mean, Poole's minutes have dwindled here in the finals. Like they have.
Yeah, they definitely have. But I mean, like, I kind of agree with Nico. Maybe they're just going based off experience. I mean, I won't say like Poole, he's not effective when he's on the court, but I mean, he has lately been kind of making some mistakes in crucial moments, I should say. So I'm guessing they just going with Wiggins, who's been who's been making a little bit more better decisions, I should say, than Poole. I mean, clearly because his play has just been superb these last couple of games. So I mean, why not go with the hot hand? With Wiggins, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, I think he's more of a defensive presence too than Poole, if that makes a little bit sense. Like
he has been all over that, right? That's the thing as I haven't mentioned. Yeah, is that defense, and that's a good point.
So I think that's why he's getting more playing time because his defense has been crazy, especially on Tatum and Brown. I hate to say it, but yeah, his defense has been impeccable. Honestly.
Yeah, Jordan Poole is definitely more offensive. I mean, the other day I think he had 14 points and then just 0, 0, 0, 0, 0 assists, 0 rebounds, 0 everything. But yeah, he is. But Jordan, he's like a Jamal Crawford. I mean, he'll come off the bench and just drop 15 and J.R. Smith type, those kind of guys. But but at the same time, Jordan Poole is most time when he comes out, he is the number 1 option. So the team is focused on him. But Yeah, I agree. Wiggins been playing really good D. And like you said, like Tatum's been leading the league leading everyone in turnovers. A lot of that credit goes to Wiggins. So yeah,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But yeah, I was about to say, yeah, we gave him a little taste of the play-by-play. I guess we can kind of take it out a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So
Yep.
we appreciate y'all joining us tonight here on Real Deal Sports. That was just, we trying something new with these finals. So I mean, that might be something more we'll try doing in the future. But that was just a little teaser, I guess, for tonight. So again, we appreciate y'all joining us here tonight at Real Deal Sports. It's your boy Big Walt, my boy Nico Suave over there looking suave in the motherfucker, and then and then my boy John, the hardest working man in business right now. Wait, like I said, make sure y'all comment, like, subscribe. Like I said, I still think we have 44, but hey, we on the road to 1,000. So hey, keep supporting us. So
Yes,
appreciate y'all
sir.
joining us. We out
yeah,
of
it's
here.